Saver Sisters, I am here to help you get rid of pancake butt, increase your creativity, and help you stand out at your one-to-ones all in less than 15 minutes. Yes. This is not natural. A pig is not meant to sit. We are not meant to sit for 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 hours a day. Between sitting at our desk, sitting during commutes, sitting while we eat, sitting while we watch TV, and then we lay flat at night. So some of my clients, when I ask them, they figure out they really only stand about 2 hours, maybe max a day. We have heard sitting is the new smoking. It can cause high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, yada, 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 so can pizza. But did you know that it also can contribute to osteoporosis? Because when you're sitting, you're not bearing weight. It can also contribute to depression, constipation, and if you care, erectile dysfunction in your male partner. So we need to stand more and sit less. And even if you are an exerciser, which how many of you are exercisers? Okay. The 45 minutes that you do in the morning or the hour that you do at night is not enough to prevent something called glute amnesia. So glute amnesia is what happens when we sit for about 45 to 50 minutes chronically over time. Our gluteus maximus, which should be our strongest muscle in our body, starts to forget how to contract or fire. And over time, what happens is it pulls in accessory muscles, lower back, around your knees and hips. And so your back starts to hurt, or your knees start to ache, or you think I have bad ankles. And what you really have is a weak butt. So this is what I would like for you to do. Yes, you can do a sit-stand desk. I use a standing desk. I've used them before you could even Google standing desk. But I want you to think more about, how can I get in these little bites? So I want you to find a trigger, something that you do consistently every day. Create a behavior before or after that trigger, whether it's a number of reps, seconds, or minutes. And that is your movement mojo opportunity. So I had a trigger, my litter box trigger. So I always wanted to do pull-ups. So I moved my pull-up bar into my cat's litter box closet. This is Pele. And so every time Pele went and I had to scoop, I would do pull-ups. And I went from doing 3 pull-ups to doing 15 pull-ups and beating a group of drunk guys doing pull-ups off a light post in downtown Raleigh. All from litter box pull-ups. So when Pele died a couple years ago, I did not want to lose my trigger, and I moved all my clothes into that closet. And so when I'd get ready in the morning, when I'd get ready at night, and many times on laundry day, I did pull-ups. I hardly ever did them during a workout, and I never broke a sweat because I was only doing a few at a time. After 6 months of doing those, my massage therapist even was working on my back and said, I don't know what you are doing different, but keep doing it. And I said, litter box pull-ups. That's my key. That's my trick. So what other triggers can you have? So brewing coffee. If you are a coffee or tea drinker, you probably do it every day, right? Takes 3 to 5 minutes. So I have 2 clients that do series of sun salutations. I have other ones that do squats, lunges, push-ups. My most ambitious does a Tabata set, high intensity, 4 minutes. That's her workout. Brushing your teeth. Again, something that I hope you do every day, twice a day. And even when you travel, you do it, hopefully for your table mates. And you can do squats while you're brushing your teeth. You can do even single leg squats while you're brushing your teeth. Or one of my clients, Clarissa, she does a wall sit. So she's sitting, I can't do it or I'd fall. But if you're back in a squatted position with your back against the wall and your legs are at 90 degrees, she started out with 15 seconds. And in 2 months, she was up to 90 seconds. And I challenge y'all to do a 90-second wall sit tonight while you're brushing your teeth. Let me tell you, your legs will be shaking. And she did that all just from brushing her teeth. She increased her quad strength that much. Something else you can do is at stoplights, not while you're driving, but at stoplights. You can strengthen your neck muscles. Even your neck needs a movement opportunity because we are getting what's called text neck, T-E-X-T, and it is when we're looking at small devices with our arms closed in, so we're getting this forward head-leaning posture, and our neck muscles are getting weak. And the younger generation that's growing up like this, they're going to keep chiropractors in business for years and years. So we're getting this, so it leads to neck, shoulder, and back pain and also headaches. So what I would like for you to do when you are at a stoplight is to hold onto your steering wheel and press your head back into your headrest for 10 counts, relax, 10 counts, relax. Keep your chin level, or hold it for the whole stoplight. Trust me, you will feel it. You will feel it. And my friend Steven, after I told him to do this, he said after about 2 months, because he drives a lot during the day, he said, my headaches have decreased by about a third, and it's really the only change that I've made. And so we think it was just because he had such a weak neck. So you're going to find a trigger, create a behavior before or after that trigger, and that's your movement opportunity. Walking meetings. They are not just good for your butt, they are good for your brain. Walking has been proven to increase creativity and collaboration when done in groups of 4 or less. So how does that happen? So we've heard right brain, left brain, one's more creative than the other. Not necessarily. It's the connectivity between the neurons. And what happens when we're walking or doing the elliptical or rowing or swimming, we're moving both sides of our body. And after about 15 minutes, the neurons start connecting from one hemisphere to the other. And it boosts our creativity. I'm known in our area for doing walking meetings. And sometimes I'll sit and do coffee, but a lot of times I'm doing them walking. And if I'm not doing them face-to-face walking, I'm doing them by phone walking. And just around my neighborhood. And about a third of the time when I tell people when they call me, I said, you're going to hear my door open and shut because I'm going to do this as a walking meeting. They'll say, that's a good idea, and they will do one too. This is my client, Lisa, and this is her direct report. And if you have direct reports or employees, it's even better to do a walking meeting because walking side by side decreases real or perceived hierarchy from sitting across the table from someone. Your employee is going to be more open and honest with you if you're walking side by side. Also, if there's something for them to be nervous about, the movement helps decrease that noradrenaline, which is the stress hormone, and it just feels better. So what are the rules for walking meetings? Ask the person first. You do not want them to show up in 3-inch heels or a really nice outfit and have somewhere to go later. Think about the weather. January in Saugerties, maybe not a good time for a walking meeting. Noon, July, North Carolina, again, not a good time for a walking meeting. Know where you're going. Make it a safe place and know the route. I do it at one of 2 places in Raleigh. North Carolina Museum of Art, it's a greenway, it's a loop. And then this is my favorite if I'm going really adventurous with someone. I go off-road at Umstead State Park, and it is a 2.5-mile loop, and it's a loop, so I know we're going to get back. And then lastly, it is not a race. It is not a power walk. That's called sweat working. Sweat working, networking. It's just walking. It's just a stroll. Unless you know that person and you have decided this is going to be a workout too, you want to just walk like a normal person. Okay. So thinking about, how can we prevent pancake butt, glute amnesia, just getting up, even doing 5 squats every hour. Just making your butt muscles contract, a few times an hour can help to prevent that. Back pain, and, I'm just going to say, Stephanie is standing up right now because she was down for 2 weeks with 4 weeks, massive back pain, and her physical therapist, she called it something else, but it was because of that. She was using her back when she needed to be using her glutes. Yes, Stephanie had glute amnesia. So find a trigger, something that you do every day, and create a movement opportunity before or after that trigger. And in the next 30 days, look at your calendar and see, are there any meetings here that I can do as a walking meeting? Are there any problems I can solve for my business by walking, because it's going to increase the connectivity between the neurons, or increase the connectivity between the hemispheres of your brain?